Let's go now to the escalating conflict in the Middle East, where Iran has launched hundreds of drones and missiles towards Israel. The Israeli military says the attack caused only modest damage. Our Middle East correspondent, Alison Horn, joins us now from Jerusalem. Good morning, Alison. What's the latest there where you are?
Good morning, Bridge. The attention now really turns to what sort of a response Israel will have to this unprecedented attack by Iran. More than 350 drones and missiles, including cruise missiles and ballistic missiles, were fired from Iran and its neighbouring countries here to Jerusalem and wider Israel in an attack that's never been seen before. It was in response to the killing of several senior military figures, Iranian military figures, from an airstrike on a compound in Damascus about a fortnight ago. And Iran, for its part, says the matter is now closed. But Israel says it is planning some sort of a response, and whatever that response will be could determine whether or not this falls into a wider regional conflict. Now, there's certainly no appetite for most of the countries around the Middle East for there to be some sort of a regional war. Israel, we had expected at this point to have launched some sort of response. It is going on now, 24 hours since those drones and missiles were first launched from Iran, and we heard from Israel pretty immediately afterwards that they would be responding soon, but we haven't seen any response so far, and I think that goes to how seriously Israel is taking this dangerous moment, literally sitting on the precipice of spilling over into a wider regional war. Israel's war cabinet has met just a short time ago, and although we're hearing from officials there that there is wide consensus that there will be some sort of retaliation, the timing and the scale of that response is not determined. And I think by the sheer fact that we haven't seen any response, it shows that Israel is deeply considering whether or not and what type of response there'll be.
Really an interesting development and a concerning one, I imagine, for civilians in Israel. Alison, how are people feeling there given what's happened over the weekend?
Yeah, a massive sense of fear and trepidation. I was just one of many millions of people that live here that spent a night in and out of the bomb shelter with my family and watching the rockets going overhead and being intercepted by Israel's defence systems. Israel says that 99% of those rockets and drones were actually intercepted, so very few actually landed within Israeli airspace. And they say that that's a testament to its defence capabilities. The United States is telling Israel they should take this as a win and that the matter should stop now. The US President Joe Biden says that the US will not be lending American support if Israel does plan to launch an offensive on Iran. That would be weighing heavily on Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's mind, but certainly it's still a tense waiting time here, as not only in Jerusalem and Israel, but the wider Middle East, as people wait to see whether or not this will escalate further.
Yeah, undoubtedly a stressful situation. Please stay safe, and thanks very much for your reporting, Alison Horn in Jerusalem for us.